Did you know that after the age of 50, you can lose up to 1% of your muscle mass every single year? That means weaker legs, slower movements, and a much higher risk of falling, even from a single misstep. But here's the surprising part. The solution doesn't come from pills or doctor's appointments. It starts in your kitchen, on Wellness Unlocked. We uncover science-based ways to reclaim your strength and live with confidence after 50. If you care about your mobility and independence, hit that subscribe button now so you never miss a chance to stay one step ahead of aging. In today's video, we'll reveal 5 everyday foods that can rebuild muscle, strengthen bones, and give your legs the support they deserve. And trust me, food number 3 will probably surprise you the most. Let's dive in. 1 bone broth, the ultimate rebuilder, a legacy in a cup. There's something deeply human about soup made from bones. It transcends cultures, eras, and even generations. From the bubbling pots of ancient China to the rustic kitchens of Europe, bone broth has always carried with it a sense of restoration. It's the kind of food your grandmother made not just to nourish, but to heal. But in today's fast-paced world, where we often reach for convenience over tradition, many have forgotten the quiet power of this time-honored remedy. And yet, for those of us over 50, bone broth may be one of the most underrated allies in the fight against joint pain, stiffness, and the creeping frailty that comes with aging. Let's explore what bone broth really is, beyond the surface, and why modern science is finally catching up to what ancient wisdom has known all along. What exactly is bone broth? At its simplest, bone broth is made by simmering the bones and connective tissue of animals, typically chicken, beef, or fish, alongside water, vegetables, and herbs for an extended period. But don't let the simplicity fool you. That slow simmer, often lasting 12 to 24 hours, draws out some of the most bioavailable nutrients your body can absorb. While regular broth is typically cooked for a few hours and used primarily for flavor, bone broth is cooked low and slow, allowing minerals, gelatin, and proteins like collagen to seep into the liquid. The result is a nutrient-rich, golden elixir that offers both culinary depth and functional medicine in a single cup. The nutritional symphony. Within, when you look closely at bone broth, you see a powerful cocktail of elements working together to support whole-body health. Collagen. Often called the glue of the body, collagen is the most abundant protein in our connective tissues. As we age, our natural collagen production declines, leading to joint stiffness, wrinkling skin, and fragile cartilage. Bone broth provides type 2 collagen, the form most beneficial to joints and cartilage regeneration. Glycine. This amino acid is a powerful anti-inflammatory that also supports better sleep and cognitive function, 2 areas that often decline with age. Proline. Another key amino acid found in connective tissue, it works alongside glycine to repair damaged cartilage and skin. Calcium, magnesium, phosphorus. These essential minerals help strengthen bones, regulate nerve function, and reduce muscle cramps, issues many seniors face. Glucosamine and chondroitin, naturally occurring compounds that support joint health and may reduce the need for synthetic supplements. Together, these nutrients don't just alleviate symptoms. They work at a foundational level to rebuild, protect, and revitalize aging tissues. Why bone broth matters after 50. As we enter our 50s and beyond, 3 things typically begin to deteriorate: joint integrity, bone density, and muscle mass. The decline is often silent, until it isn't. You may wake up one day and realize that your knees creak going down the stairs, your hips feel stiff after sitting, or your hands ache after gardening. The truth is, age-related degeneration doesn't strike all at once. It builds year after year from tiny imbalances that accumulate over time. What makes bone broth so important is that it supports all 3 areas at once. It helps maintain cartilage by supplying collagen and amino acids. It boosts calcium and magnesium for stronger bones. And it contributes protein and anti-inflammatory compounds to help support muscle recovery and flexibility. Unlike synthetic supplements that isolate one benefit, bone broth nourishes the entire system holistically, making it ideal for long-term use. A real-life turnaround. Marta's story. Marta, a retired schoolteacher from Oregon, had always been active. She loved hiking, gardening, and playing with her grandkids. But by the time she turned 63, her knees were swollen, her fingers stiff, and she found herself declining invitations for simple walks. Her doctor mentioned arthritis and prescribed medication for pain, but the side effects left her groggy and tired. Desperate for a natural alternative, Marta turned to something her grandmother once made religiously: bone broth. She started slow. A cup a day, made from organic chicken bones, simmered for 18 hours with onions, garlic, carrots, and apple cider vinegar. Within a month, Marta noticed less stiffness in her hands. By month 3, she was gardening again without the nagging ache in her knees. Her digestion also improved, and surprisingly, so did her sleep. "I didn't expect a soup to change my life," she laughed in an interview with a local wellness magazine. "But it gave me my movement back, and that gave me joy." Marta's story is one of many. While individual results vary, thousands of people over 50 report significant improvements in joint mobility, energy levels, and inflammation after adding bone broth to their daily routine. 2. Leafy greens. Nature's multivitamin for muscle and bone strength. They grow quietly in the soil, bathed in sunlight, overlooked on grocery shelves, yet packed with an arsenal of nutrients that your body needs more than ever after 50. Leafy greens, like kale, spinach, collard greens, and Swiss chard, may be nature's most underrated gift to aging muscles and bones. As we get older, we often blame sore knees, back pain, or weakened legs on the natural course of aging. But in many cases, these symptoms are signals, not inevitabilities. They're signs of gaps in nourishment, subtle deficiencies accumulating over time. And the good news is, these gaps can be filled, starting with what's on your plate. Leafy greens are like a daily multivitamin, except they're not made in a factory. They're grown. And their nutritional profile reads like a who's who of bone and muscle support: calcium, magnesium, potassium, folate, fiber, vitamin C, and most importantly, vitamin K. Unlike synthetic supplements, these nutrients come in a form your body actually recognizes and uses. Vitamin K, in particular, plays a crucial role in bone metabolism. It activates osteocalcin, a protein that binds calcium to bone tissue. Without enough vitamin K, the calcium you consume may not even make it to your bones. It could stay in the bloodstream, where it does more harm than good. Then there's nitrate, a compound found abundantly in greens like spinach and arugula. Once consumed, it transforms into nitric oxide in the body, improving blood flow and oxygen delivery to the muscles. For older adults, this can mean real, visible changes. Walking becomes smoother, endurance improves, and muscle fatigue is delayed. Thomas, a retired postal worker from Colorado, knows this firsthand. At 68, he found himself out of breath during simple walks, struggling with sore knees and muscle cramps. He didn't want pills or powders. Instead, he tried a small but consistent habit: 1 cup of steamed kale every day. Nothing dramatic happened in the first few weeks, but over the course of 3 months, something shifted. His knees stopped aching in the morning. He climbed stairs without hesitation. And the hiking trail he once gave up? He conquered it again, with confidence. What happened to Thomas isn't magic, it's nutrition. In fact, a 2021 cohort study published in Nutrients followed over 1,500 older adults for 12 years and found that individuals who consumed at least 1 serving of leafy greens daily had a 26% lower risk of hip fractures than those who didn't. Another study out of the University of Exeter demonstrated that dietary nitrates from leafy greens improved muscle function by up to 11% in adults over 65. And perhaps most striking, low levels of vitamin K were linked to a 30% higher risk of bone fractures, according to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. These aren't minor benefits. They're life-changing outcomes from simple natural food. So if you've ever questioned whether a plate of greens could really make a difference in your strength, mobility, or independence, the science says yes. Start with just 1 cup a day. Blend it into smoothies, stir it into soup, or saute it with garlic and olive oil. It's one of the easiest, most accessible decisions you can make to support your future self. Because staying strong isn't just about resisting aging. It's about feeding the parts of you that still want to move, still want to walk, climb, stretch, and live fully. And the journey starts with something as humble and powerful as a handful of leafy greens. Three, Greek yogurt, the muscle and bone strengthener. Aging does many quiet things to the human body. It thins the bones, weakens the muscles, and dulls our physical resilience in ways we often don't notice, until we do. One day, standing up from a chair feels heavier. Walking for 15 minutes leaves your legs tired. Holding a bag of groceries strains your arms more than it used to. These aren't isolated events. They're part of a larger shift happening within, where both muscle mass and bone density decline simultaneously, creating the perfect storm for falls, fractures, and loss of independence. And yet, the remedy may be as simple as what you choose to eat for breakfast. Among the many foods that support healthy aging, Greek yogurt stands out, not just as a good source of protein, but as a functional food with deeply restorative effects. Unlike regular yogurt, Greek yogurt is strained multiple times to remove excess whey, resulting in a thicker texture and a much higher protein concentration per serving. For every spoonful, your body receives a dense source of complete protein, rich in all essential amino acids that the muscles need to grow, recover, and stay strong. As we grow older, this becomes more than just helpful, it becomes essential. After the age of 50, adults lose an average of 1–2% of muscle mass per year, a process known as sarcopenia. This silent erosion affects posture, mobility, and metabolic function. The only proven way to slow it? Adequate protein intake combined with regular physical activity. Greek yogurt makes meeting that need easy. Just 1 cup contains up to 20 grams of high-quality protein, more than most plant-based sources. But its benefits don't stop there. It also delivers a meaningful dose of calcium, the mineral most responsible for bone strength and density. What makes this pairing special, protein and calcium together, is that they support both muscle repair and bone mineralization at the same time, addressing the 2 pillars of physical stability with one food. In addition, Greek yogurt naturally contains probiotics, beneficial bacteria that support gut health, which in turn improves nutrient absorption. For older adults, this is especially valuable, since digestive efficiency tends to decline with age. A healthier gut means better absorption of calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D, nutrients critical to preserving bone mass and preventing osteoporosis. More than just a supplement replacement, Greek yogurt is a whole food option that's affordable, accessible, and easy to include in your routine. It pairs well with both sweet and savory dishes. You can mix it with berries and honey for breakfast, blend it into smoothies, use it as a creamy base for dressings, or even replace sour cream in recipes. This versatility makes it not only a nutritional powerhouse, but also a practical choice for long-term habit building. But it's not just tradition or theory that supports these benefits. Science backs them up as well. Numerous clinical studies have confirmed the role of high-protein dairy products in preventing age-related muscle and bone loss. In a 2020 review published in the journal Advances in Nutrition, researchers concluded that consuming at least 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day can significantly reduce the progression of sarcopenia in older adults. Greek yogurt, due to its high protein density and bioavailability, was cited as one of the most effective sources. Even more striking, A randomized, controlled trial published in Osteoporosis International found that older adults who consumed 2 servings of high-protein yogurt daily for 12 weeks experienced measurable increases in muscle thickness and bone mineral content compared to the control group. According to the study, daily intake of protein-enriched yogurt significantly improved musculoskeletal outcomes in older adults at risk of frailty, suggesting a simple dietary approach to preserving strength and mobility. In a world of complex supplements and conflicting nutrition advice, Greek yogurt offers something rare: simplicity backed by science. It doesn't promise instant transformation, but it delivers quiet, daily reinforcement where your body needs it most. With each serving, you're not just nourishing your body, you're protecting your ability to move, to stand tall, and to live independently with confidence. Because aging gracefully isn't just about looking young, it's about staying strong enough to keep doing the things you love. And sometimes, it starts with something as small and powerful as a spoonful of yogurt. 4. Sardines, the calcium and omega-3 powerhouse. Sometimes the smallest foods carry the biggest impact, and sardines are a perfect example of that. These tiny fish, often packed into cans and tucked away on store shelves, offer an extraordinary amount of nutrition for their size. For anyone over 50 who's serious about maintaining strong bones and flexible joints, sardines are one of the most complete natural foods you can find. They're not flashy, trendy, or heavily marketed, but what they lack in appearance, they more than make up for in dense, bioavailable nutrients, especially the ones that the aging body needs most. As we grow older, the decline in bone density becomes a silent threat. We don't feel it immediately. It doesn't cause sudden pain or outward symptoms, until one day a small fall leads to a fracture, and recovery takes months instead of weeks. What makes bones vulnerable in later life is the slow erosion of minerals, particularly calcium, and the body's reduced ability to maintain bone mass. Sardines offer a powerful, natural answer to this problem. Because they're canned with their bones intact, every bite delivers not just protein, but an easily absorbable source of calcium that's far more potent than what many people get from dairy. The calcium found in sardines is bound with other natural minerals in the fish's tiny bones, making it easier for the human body to utilize compared to synthetic calcium supplements. But sardines don't stop at calcium. They are also rich in vitamin D, one of the key regulators of calcium absorption. Without enough vitamin D, even the best calcium sources may go to waste. And as people age, natural vitamin D production through sunlight exposure tends to drop, especially in those who spend more time indoors or live in colder climates. That's why the calcium-vitamin D combination found in sardines is so uniquely valuable. It supports both sides of the equation, supply and absorption, without needing extra supplements or complicated routines. Beyond bone health, sardines are a powerful ally for joint support and inflammation control. They are naturally high in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, which have been shown to reduce joint stiffness, improve mobility, and decrease chronic inflammation in the body. For people struggling with arthritis or wear and tear on their joints, this anti-inflammatory effect can make everyday movement feel less painful and more fluid. While many turn to fish oil capsules for omega-3s, sardines provide the same benefits in their whole food form, along with protein, selenium, phosphorus, and vitamin B12, all in one serving. What makes sardines truly stand out is their nutritional density relative to their cost and convenience. They require no prep, no cooking, and can be added to meals in seconds. You can mash them onto whole grain toast, mix them into a salad, toss them into pasta, or enjoy them straight from the can with a squeeze of lemon. For those with taste sensitivities, rinsing them lightly under water before eating can reduce the strong fishy flavor while preserving the nutritional value. And unlike many large fish, sardines are low on the food chain, which means they carry a significantly lower risk of mercury contamination. This makes them not only effective but also safe for regular consumption. As we age, the goal isn't just to add years to life, it's to add life to years. to stay strong enough to carry our own bags, to walk confidently down the stairs, to lift ourselves up without hesitation. Sardines may not seem like the obvious answer to these goals, but when you look closely at their nutritional profile, the case becomes clear. They support the bones that hold us up. They ease the joints that let us move. They feed the muscles that keep us going. And they do it all in a form that's accessible, affordable, and completely natural. It's easy to overlook the power of something so small. But in the world of nutrition, sardines prove that size means nothing when the substance is strong. With every bite, you're giving your body exactly what it needs to resist weakness, to rebuild resilience, and to stand tall day after day. 5. Almonds, the bone-protecting supernut. They fit in the palm of your hand, yet hold the power to support one of the most vital systems in your body. Almonds, often seen as a light snack or casual topping, are far more than a convenience food. For anyone focused on building or maintaining strong bones and steady legs as they age, almonds provide an impressive lineup of nutrients that work behind the scenes to keep your body resilient. What makes them so special isn't just their healthy fats or their crunch. It's the density of minerals and compounds that actively contribute to bone integrity and muscle support with every handful. Almonds are particularly rich in magnesium, a mineral that often gets far less attention than calcium, yet plays an equally critical role in bone health. Magnesium is necessary for the proper metabolism of calcium. Without it, the body struggles to deposit calcium into the bones where it belongs. Instead, calcium may circulate aimlessly, or worse, accumulate in soft tissues where it causes harm. As magnesium levels fall, something common in older adults, so does the body's ability to retain bone strength. By regularly including almonds in your diet, you help restore this essential balance, allowing your bones to stay dense, strong, and well mineralized. In addition to magnesium, almonds are a reliable source of calcium themselves, especially for those who don't consume dairy. Though the amount per serving is modest, it becomes significant when eaten consistently over time. But their impact doesn't stop at minerals. Almonds also contain vitamin E, a potent antioxidant that combats oxidative stress, a process that accelerates bone breakdown and weakens connective tissue over the years. And then there's their unique fat profile. Almonds are rich in monounsaturated fats, the same heart-healthy fats found in olive oil. These fats help reduce inflammation in the joints and tissues, creating a more favorable environment for mobility and muscle recovery. Another overlooked benefit of almonds is their protein content. While not as high as Greek yogurt or animal sources, they offer a plant-based protein that contributes to the preservation of muscle mass, a crucial factor in maintaining leg strength and preventing falls. As we age, every bit of muscle counts, and protein from whole foods like almonds is more than just fuel. It's a structural component that rebuilds what time tries to erode. One of the best aspects of almonds is how effortlessly they fit into daily life. You don't need to cook, prepare, or measure them with precision. Just a small handful each day, soaked overnight for easier digestion if needed, can provide your body with consistent support. Toss them into salads, mix them into oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or enjoy them on their own as a simple daily ritual that benefits your entire frame. Almonds are not a trendy superfood. They've been here all along. But when used with intention, they become more than just a snack. They become part of your long-term strategy for mobility, strength, and independence. They protect your foundation from the inside out, so that each step forward feels more secure, more confident, and more alive. We've now explored 5 of the most effective, natural, and science-backed foods for building strong legs and resilient bones after 50. Bone broth for deep joint repair, leafy greens for foundational nutrients and muscle activation, Greek yogurt for powerful protein and gut-supported absorption, sardines for their unmatched calcium and omega-3 profile, and almonds, the simple daily defender of bone strength. Together, these aren't just foods, they're functional tools. Each one provides a different piece of the puzzle that helps you walk longer, stand taller, and move with more confidence well into your later years. No matter your starting point, it's never too late to shift the momentum in your favor. You don't need extreme diets or miracle cures, just consistency, intention, and the right building blocks, one bite at a time. If this video inspired you or helped you see food through a more powerful lens, consider sharing it with someone who needs that strength right now. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Wellness Unlocked for more insights, strategies, and stories that help you nourish the life you deserve. Stay steady, stay strong, and remember, every step you take begins with what you choose to fuel it.